What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey, and I'm Shakira. So, let's have a conversation. First things first, I hope everybody was safe today during the FOMC. Oh, sorry. Let me switch that back out. Sorry about that. I wanted to say I hope that you guys are all safe. During all of this insane insanity today, okay? And you were trading safely, and I hope you actually stayed out of the market for the this grossness right here. This mad manipulation, shakeout of everybody, long, shorts, the whole kit and caboodle. I hope you were trading responsibly. Now, looking for something. Hold on. Made myself some notes that I need to move over. Sorry about that, guys. Let's do this. So there's a reason why I don't trade the news, because you want to trade the effects after the news, you know. So you actually have some structure to play with. So these types of gross wicking events is, how do you even do that? I don't know. But anyway, so 75 basis points expected, no muss, no fuss. But and Powell, of course, they're not changing course, so everything is slowly tanking again. Anyway, so I figured we'd jump in and I'd start to be a little bit more structured with how I'm doing this. I'm trying to keep these down to like 20 minutes or less. So I'll be focusing on finding these price action structures. So high quality breaks, order blocks, breaker blocks, mitigation blocks, support and resistance flips, swing failure patterns, looking for liquidity hunts, which is basically stop loss hunting, and imbalances. And then of course we're looking for the correct places to put our stop losses and entry stuff. And then of course, where we're going to take profit. Okay. So since we're looking at ETH, I'm going to move this over, and this is where price is currently, grossness. So we're going to back out to the 4 hour, and we're going to do this. And actually, let's make it the 1 day so we can get a little bit further out. And we're going to hit the replay button, and we're going to do the Stevie Wonder thing, and the eyes are closed, and we're swinging side by side. We're just going to play. All right, cool. So where do we land? August. Somehow I'm always landing in August. All right, so first things first, let's determine the major trend. So we're obviously having you can probably zoom out even more for ETH. Okay, so if we're going from here, we have this downtrend on the daily. Let's make sure we've done that properly. Boom. Very, very good. Make sure we have some good touches here. And let's go down to the 4 hour and do this. Perfecto. All right. And just want to double check. And let's bring this back a smidge. And I wanna be touching this bottom one too. So got that one and that one. Okay, cool. Cool, 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 cool. So what am I using for my indicators? So my favorite fractal, higher high, higher low, and imbalance finder. I think we'll play with those for now, because what we're looking for, and let me move this into the focus here. And let me make sure and do a quick time check. We're 4 minutes in. All right. Cool. So we're looking for all of these potentials. So first things first, let's find a nice juicy break. So what do I see? This one looks pretty good. Let's zoom in on that puppy. So that's a nice juicy break, which means we have this lovely order block right here. There's a nice imbalance attached to it. So let's go ahead and set this as or supply area with an order block, juicy imbalances. And then what else we have? So it looks like we have a failed order block. So this is a breaker block right here. Layers. I'm looking for layers, right? So, and the breaker block, of course, being the area where a nice break occurred, but price couldn't get above it. It kept going lower. And so since we have this lower high area here, there's also the mitigation block, which I believe is this red candle right here. So a lot of things in this space right here. And that's telling me that I'm looking for a nice juicy entrance from here. So that's nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so price does not have to come all the way back up, but that's the hope. All right, so where are our targets? Because these are things that we need to know, right? So here's an area where price looks like it could be a bit of a SR flip area potentially. Let's get a little confirmation on that. Maybe not. It's just grabbing it at an area where price last stopped. So that's a potential area. Here's another. This one might be better. Let's see. Yeah, right at the break. Yeah, this one's better. Okay. Lots of rejections. So let's pull this over here and let's specify that as an SR area. And main bias is we're looking for shorts because the trend in this case is a downtrend. Let me fix that. So looking to go in the opposite direction. And honestly, I'm gonna put this arrow here too. So to remind me, because as you all know, I keep doing the opposite of what I'm supposed to do. Now, I'm also looking for supply areas close to really juicy breaks. And there's a supply area here for that break. And let's go into the 1 hour and do a little more high time frame analysis from here. So beautiful. So on the 1 hour, now we're seeing, so this is that beautiful. Okay, there's this imbalance up here that's of concern. There might be, what is that? A liquidity hunt, an area where they might come back up and hunt. Some stop hunting up here. So let's change that. I really need to adjust my my settings for that. Something like that. All right, that's already eaten, and they've already eaten most of this imbalance, and there's a little guy down here. So if I was going to do any kind of take profit, I would probably do it around here since price stalled here. But there is an imbalance close by. Anyway, okay, so is there an opportunity to ride this back up this way? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my Fibby. And actually, I'm going to switch back to the 4 hour for this part. And okay. All right, so from this lower high here, make sure I do this the right way. From this lower high to the base here, to this base. All right, so let's see if our entry also lines up. And look, miracles of miracles, our optimal trade entry, which is in the middle of this thing, also lines up. So this is pretty much where I want to enter and I'm going to use this 0.27, which pretty much lines up with this potential area here as a take profit area. And if we do it, we'd set our stop loss above that. So that will give us a 1 to 3.18. Okay. So what are we thinking here? And let me just see if this marries with come back down, bust back through. Nah, wrong wrong way, sorry. There's this potential, right? Do that again. So let's say equal lows, rise up, come break back down. I need it to bust back up past the 0.5 into this area, and then we can write it back down here. That's what I'm looking for. All right, let's see. Now, if it gives me something that says I can move up, then I will do that. So let's switch down to the 1 hour and let's get ready to rumble. How are we already 10 minutes in, man? This takes so long. Jeez. The analysis and all that jazz. Okay. So we have 10 more minutes. Okay. Do that. Zoom in and then just do that. Okay. So let's zoom in on this little area here so I can see the candles properly. Oh, so on the 1 hour, what do we have? We bombed out here. We've made a lower high. So if this is going to continue up, then I need to break here and make a higher high. If it's going to continue down, then we need to readjust our thoughts, and potentially this break here, this nice juicy break, would be like a place of entry for a continuation down. So let's see. This wick here tells me that potentially they might not want to continue down. Buyers push price back down as well. So let's see. And this could also be a scenario where they've come back into this break right here, which this sort of looks like it has. So that means that if it breaks down and makes a lower low, then we're going in the opposite direction, right? So far we've made a higher low. And okay, we've made like an equal lows area here. This is telling me that potentially we might not go any lower, but trying to understand these candles. Okay, so this is a nice bullish engulfing candle right here. Again, we've made an equal lows here, which is like a reverse swing failure. There's all this liquidity to be eaten on the way up. So let's see what's up. So if I see a couple of nice strong, and I mean strong green candles, then, I'll see. Okay, so we just made a lower high. And of course, the main bias is a low, so maybe we won't come back up to this very juicy area up here. Let's see. I'm looking for a potential entry. Now, if I'd... Okay, come on. What you got for me? And where are we in the grand scheme of things, right? Are we hanging out at a level area here where we're poking about? Potentially. It's our flip zone. Looks like there's one all the way down here. Let's see. All right, so let's continue along. Nothing to do just yet. My desired setup has not come to fruition. All right. Okay, so now we have strong green candles just trying to tell me that they're going to go back up. So if I wanted to try and ride this back up, let's see what comes back down for down here with this imbalance for a potential entry. That's a supply area. And what else do we have? So we have a failed order block, so a breaker block. And so breaker block, imbalance. Okay, so potential entry for a long. Let's say we want to do something from there once price comes back down. And then we'd ride this puppy all the way back up to this area. And just make sure. Yep, so price likes this spot, so I'd ride it to about there. Okay, so let's see if we can ride it back up so we can take a short. There's no guarantees, but it needs to come back down into this area and then go back up. So I need another higher low to be formed for me to feel comfy, and I need it to break up and do a higher high, which it has not. So it's breaking back down. It's consolidating. We haven't gone anywhere. Okay, so we just made a higher high, and then this looks like a bit of a swing failure. Coming back up. Okay. Still got nothing. Okay, we just made a high. Nice bullish candle. Oh, am I crazy and it came back down? I didn't notice. Wow, I'm so lame. Okay. So technically you'd want to go down to like the 15 minutes or the 5 minutes and actually like um find a decent entry into this area, right? So this break happened. It came back down into it on the 15 minutes. So technically you're supposed to, I should be able to enter somewhere in here as long as I see something that's juicy. So I would have entered on this juicy green candle right here and then set my stop loss like below there. All right. So let's see if this plays out. I'm just go to the 1 hour so it plays a little faster and go. And I'm just watching price. Okay. Come on, you can do it. Yes, come on. Yeah, so as it consolidates and makes higher highs, higher lows in certain areas, ooh, okay. We're still in it, but it just made this low. So as this is coming along here, when it meandered here, I'm gonna move this thing and say here and set that to stop loss. Because I would have moved my stop loss into profit, when I saw this because it's going up, right? And it's consolidated, made it another low here. And, or at least what I think is a low. I could be wrong. Drop something in the comments to let me know, right? And then once it turned around and started here, then I might have been like, oh no. But look what it did though. Like it went to the next place that it stopped and then, decided to meander and turn around, right? So what would that be? So like coming here, like in the center, that would have been the best choice. Now I'm being super greedy by trying to go all the way up here, right? So then we would have been, if we'd gone with the last area that they stopped and consolidated at, which is a demand area anyway, look at it. I missed it, which is a big, big demand area. I'm always doing them in the opposite, right? That's a supply area, sorry. Then we would have been in this trade up until this point and taken our profits and been done. So another thing to pay attention to, or if you wanted to, you could have like, scaled out of this and moved it into profit and then left like, I don't know, 50%, 25% to see if it's going to continue on up, right? Oh, I gotta remember to do that. Like I don't do that very well. But that wasn't bad, We saw some confluences. We saw that nice bullish candle after it came back into our area, and that's where we should have entered. Let me check time here. Oh, we're 18 minutes in, so I'm gonna stop this one here. But let me know down in the comments if you know this trade style works for you guys, because once we add all the different building blocks on top of it, like down here was great because you know what did we have? We had the demand with an imbalance, beautiful dragon fruit, and then right below it we had right over here we had a failed order block which became a breaker block, and I mean, what else did we have? We also had a potential SR flip area here, where price was coming down and wicking off of it. And we could, there we go, another area here. So multiple price action things in one place makes it a stronger potential entry area. So, the only things that I did really wrong there is deciding where to take my profits, right? Price decided to pop back down after this. And just for funsies, and as we're about to close this one out we're already at 20 minutes. How did 2 minutes go by so fast? Wow. Anyway, so we can like close. I'm just curious to see. And did it did it just break down or yep, and it did. Okay. So eventually it'll come back up here and do something, but not this day. But if we paid attention and grabbed this, we would have had a nice little profit on that upswing. And then potentially we could have found another area here for an entry. So we go back to the 1 hour and let's just spec it out. So we know we're in a supply area. If we'd spec this area out, it also had the imbalance. Beautiful dragon fruit. It's also an area where SR flip would be as well. So you could have found your entry here. So, like so. Right? Boom, boom, wicking down. Just confirm other confirmations. Wicking, wicking. Wicking, wicking. So we had multiple confluences in this space, but we hadn't spec'd it out. So if we had, then we could have come in here and then seen, taken a look at these candles and then figured out something, right? Decided something. And then this short, honestly, on the 1 hour, look at this. It's a bit, it's not quite it's a nice break right here. Red candle, red. Another, this is a better break. Price came back up into that same exact area and bam, we are down. This candle here inside of the supply zone is telling me most likely that they're not going to go back up. And, here's a bearish engulfing. I always say that wrong. So then you could have potentially entered in for a short here, pop that up here, and then ridden it back down to the next area where price had stopped, which is right there. So then you would have gotten at least almost 1 to 2 on that one too. Anyway, all right, that's it for now, you guys. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this session. I know I did. I want to have consistent predictions for where price is going, and then hopefully, I'm hoping in the next month or two, I'll be like trading with a small account. I'm gonna take 100 USDT, and I'm gonna try to make it 200, and go from there. But for now, I feel like I need to sort out my process, and that's what I've been doing. But I feel like I've also been losing focus. That's why I've added this. Scroll out here. That's why I've added this thing as a reminder. Like, this is what you're looking for. These are the things you're looking for, and just focus on that instead of adding all this other stuff like moving averages and all that stuff. I like them, but they make me focus on the lines too much and it takes away from the actual price action for me. So there's going to come a time when I'm going to do better with it. And when that happens, life will be like a box of chocolates. But until then, I'm just going to focus primarily on what price is doing, because price can't lie. It's real time. These candles, if you understand what the candles are telling you, then you can potentially do really well at this trading. Because I mean, come on, you see this doji right here at this supply area, multiple dojis, wicks, less wicking on the bottom, and then almost nothing on there and a tiny wick on the bottom. I mean, it's kind of telling. Even this guy, you could have entered here for a quick short. Again, your stop loss would have been much higher, but what can you do? Anyway, guys, enjoy your Wednesday. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything specific you want to see, because I'm evolving. So, enjoy your hump day and I'll see you later. Shakira, out.